First down at the 35. Paddock again over the middle. And it's caught. Hank Beatty at the 40. Paddock.
David Chapoa on to punt, and it is Hank Beatty back deep to receive. And Beatty has some room in front of him, and he's going to try the right side. And Beatty with a nice cut. Now he's still on his feet as he crosses the 40. Beatty now takes it inside the 40.
When you're on coverage, covering a punt, do not allow the cutback. You have to cover as if you know the returner is going to cut back. You see Central Michigan allowed Beatty to get into the heart of that punt return, of that punt coverage unit, and gets a nice return.
You better. Oh, what a boomer. Beatty from his 6 has room, highly returnable. Look out! And he trips up just past the 40, cutting through there and getting just a piece of him. The punter, Buscetti. What a beautiful play by him. He saves maybe a touchdown here.
Yeah, I think he does.
Oh, my.
Altmyer feeling it. Altmyer evades and completes. Wide open, a Beatty out of bounds.
Oh, good poise that time.
And he's seeing it again, especially in these third and fourth quarters. Altmyer rolls, fires, another one. Beatty gets a block. Beatty surveys out of bounds. Penn State wanted the block in the back, and they won't get it.
Once again, Luke Altmyer, there was pressure. He's able to avoid it.
Beatty's back deep.
That's nice.
Oh my goodness, he's got a field on the 1. You never see this.
Uh-oh.
Look at Beatty. Out to the 25. Altmyer has to leave the pocket, throws on the run. It's caught by Beatty, and he gets out of bounds. Oh my goodness. They don't have to use a timeout. There's 7 seconds remaining.
Now you got to be really careful here. You talked earlier in the show, partner, about how Brett Bielema is.
Ryan Eckley get this one away. Line drive punt fielded at the 35 by Beatty, and he turns upfield. Flag comes in as Beatty is knocked out of bounds, crossing the 40.
We're going to see the hit here at the end. Eckley, the punter, comes up.
Woo! Wow, okay.
Man.
That's why he was getting dapped up on the Michigan State sideline.
But Beatty's going to get another chance at it, and he's averaging, as I mentioned, a Big Ten best 13.8 a return. Fields this at 31, and he breaks loose. He's at midfield. Beatty to the sideline. Beatty inside the 20, and about near the 10. Tackle as Hank Beatty, the 2-time Illinois Gatorade High School Player of the Year, brings it back 69 yards.
Great job by Hank Beatty. First of all, catching the football and then immediately going forward, making the first guy miss, and then turning on the speed. Look at him. He can smell the end zone right there. Good hustle by Jabome.
3rd and 14 for Altmyer. McCray to his right, and that's the tight end Arkin in motion into a 2-by-2. Here comes the pressure. He avoids it. Throwing it into the end zone. Beatty with the toe tap.
Most impactful player for Illinois in this first half. Let's see the catch. Look at the toe tap. Little toe drag swag. From Pat Bryant. Can't do it.
OPI the top of the route, and it makes it 2nd and 26. Another flag down on this pass play. Beatty goes up and makes a play, but there's a flag on the far sideline. My roster is Kevin Levy, and there he is. Levy with the tug there on Alexander Kapka-Jones.
You can't do that there.
Bryant has been a massive playmaker for Illinois' offense all year long.
Almost 1,000 yards on the season. Over the middle, quick try, complete, with room to go. Beatty got the pile
just short of it. Half a yard out.
So he can find one of those three receivers to the top.
Beatty in motion. Altmyer looking downfield in traffic. And it's caught by Beatty. Wow. Beatty with some mid-air artistry to pick up the 15-yard gain.
It was really good protection.
Need 4 right here. Quickly out of his hands. And there's their first down. Hank Beatty, one of the veteran wide receivers, has him inside of Western Territory. James move.
Hank Beatty, a lot of talk about him playing the slot receiver inside. This is not an easy throw. I mean, look how far across the field he has to make it. But get the second.
And that's what gets talked about here, because they've had 10-win seasons here before. Not a lot, but they've had a hard time following up. A lot of room for Hank Beatty. If he can make one miss, he did pick up a first down inside of Western Territory.
His movement has been very good. I don't care about the competition.
We saw it last year. Pump. Look at that indeed. Downfield, wide open, man. Hank Beatty inside the 5.
Well, first off, look at the protection, how long this takes. And then that little feint he has, and this time he does not miss the deep throw down the field. Oh, the double move.
Got him.
Man, that is such a good route when you make a move against the safety. The safety thinks you're going across the field, turns it up, wide open.
Well, we were driving over here today. The punt does get away. You said, boy, if they could just convert some third downs early. Right. They missed their last 6. Hank Beatty's got some room over here to the wide side of the field. He'll get inside of Western Territory. And then some. Hank Beatty. He got there. Oh.
Just what's going on here. Here he comes now. When he goes around, look at the wall. Everybody's got an angle to block. Oh, then he sets them up with a little inside move and down the sideline. Wow, what a return. What a great job by the special teams getting in position to block guys.
Yeah, the punter, Luke Drogemuller, will not want to see that one in film on Monday or whenever they get together. That looks like he did just get it across.
We talked about it. We played him so much as a pro. He had always talked to me when the game was over for a few seconds.
Hank Beatty has 1 touchdown return tonight. Might he have 2? Couldn't slip that tackle. Sets Illinois up on the 35.
For Fagan to go because of that penetration.
Second down, Altmyer, clean pocket, scans, snaps, middle pass is pulled in. It's Hank Beatty inside the 30. 24 yards for Hank Beatty, the second leading receiver in the Big Ten.
Oh, Chris Carter.
Scared him to death. Then he couldn't stop laughing. A moment of levity. Illinois football was going to be okay.
And here's a great moment for Illinois as Hank Beatty makes the grab. Coach, 3rd and goal at the 3. Fagan returns. And double reverse in the end zone. Touchdown, Illinois! Innovation. And look at this play, Joel Klatt.
It's the Philly special. That's what it is. Nick Foles is somewhere. He's going to have to be great in the interior.
2nd and 8 at the 27. Altmyer sets, delivers, and a strike. Beatty again, out of bounds at the 40 of USC. Altmyer.
Great patience. Check out this pocket. This is not what we saw a week ago, where Altmyer has all the time in the...
Rosiek forced it, and now Altmyer. Will he take a big shot? It's to the sideline, caught in space. Hank Beatty. Beatty racing down the sideline, runs away from a tackle and in right after the turnover. Touchdown, Illinois. 62 yards to Hank Beatty. A huge swing of the pendulum here in West Lafayette, Indiana. Turnover, one play, 6 points for the Illini. Leading rusher for Illinois is Khalil Valentine with 16 on 6. Play fake. And Altmyer will sling it. Oh, he's already found Hank Beatty for 1 touchdown today.
Pass protection is phenomenal. Phenomenal. Look at those guys up front passing things off, cooking steaks back there like he's tailgating, and then he finds his boy, Hank Beatty. Look at that. That's just great. His back faking didn't even have to touch anybody.
From Hank Beatty right there, almost like he was coming out to block the corner.
Taking advantage of unforced errors. They get a stop there. No necessarily unforced errors for Purdue offensively. They get the ball back.
Field goal and 2 touchdowns, and Hank Beatty has been at the heart of it, and in the heart of the defense, he catches it, running all the way to the far side and slung down. Markers down 2 as he's wrestled down around the 40-yard line of Purdue.
See the fake right there? He's just reading the defense. He sees Sanders Ellis, number 6, climb towards the line of scrimmage, and then it's a huge window. I mean, talking huge. This is easy for him, this day one install stuff for this offense. He has mastered around this offense. Another explosive play, and then the penalty by Coffee late. That's the 5th big-time unforced error for Purdue. They're really hurting themselves.
Midfield's where it's at, 2nd and 11. Doesn't have to sidestep any pressure. It's a deep pass, right on the money to Hank Beatty, down just short of the goal line.
With the motion, you'll see it from Beatty as the play unfolds, and all of a sudden, he's just going to keep that momentum going down the sideline. Beautiful job by him. And how about the location, to your point, right down the sideline, the only place he can put the ball.
2nd down and 8 at the 27. Altmyer out of the shotgun. Altmyer over the middle, and a nice ball. Nice catch, Hank Beatty again.
Replay could stop it and look at it, even if roughing the passer was the only thing that was called, but they chose not to.
Good call, Mike. Thank you so much. Altmyer has the seam. Beatty with the catch down to the 5-yard line. Illinois is on the move. 1st and goal, Illini. What a turn of events here in Seattle.
Already with 1 touchdown today. Altmyer.
Got him.
End zone. Wow, is Hank Beatty open. Touchdown, Illinois.
By Barry Lunny, you come down in motion. He's going to come down. Beatty, make it look like I'm coming inside, and you just create the rub. When you play man-to-man coverage, you come down into motion. You have to be on different levels. If you're on the same level.
First pass of this 3rd quarter, right on the money to his favorite target. There goes Hank Beatty. Had a touchdown late in the 2nd quarter, now has Illinois inside of Rutgers territory.
Yeah, I spoke too fast there. Beatty in motion, just comes out and runs a hitch route. And this guy's so good with the ball in his hands, breaking the tackle of Sanders. That is one of those explosive plays.
Caden Fagan, the 255-pound running back, is in the game for the Illini. Altmyer rolls right, throws, Beatty's got it, and he's got the 1st down, spinning away before Husky drops him at the 13.
Boy, this is forcing your defender to just go so far. You get that run-pass option, you see that man-to-man coverage, and this is how they use Beatty so well.
And a big-time tackle there to force the punt from Sean West. Hank Beatty back to receive inside his own 20. Pushed it way back, but got a chance to return this one. Got some blocks out in front, and Hank Beatty still on his feet. Beatty cutting back inside across the 35, stays in bounds.
That's what Coach Lenny was talking about.
It's up a screen for Beatty. He looks to throw. He's got a wide open receiver. 1st and goal, Illini. Beatty to Arkin. Not a double move, but a double pass.
Altmyer, it has to be backwards here to make this one forward. A great little show and go by Tanner Arkin. Beautifully executed. Garner Wallace saves the day. Huge victory here for the Wildcats if they can hold them to a field goal.